Anytime a heart turns from darkness to light, anytime temptation comes and someone stands to fight, anytime somebody lives to serve and not be served, I know God is on the move, on the move. Hallelujah. God is on the move in many mighty ways. God is on the move, on the move. Hallelujah. God is on the move today. Anytime in weakness someone falls upon their knees, or dares to speak the truth that sets men free, anytime the choice is made to stand upon the word, I know God is on the move, on the move. Hallelujah. God is on the move in many mighty ways. God is on the move, on the move. Hallelujah. God is on the move today. Stirs a searching soul, and someone says, send me, here I go. I know God is on the move, on the move. Hallelujah. God is on the move in many mighty ways. God is on the move, on the move. Hallelujah. God is on the move today. God is on the move, hallelujah. God is on the move in many mighty ways. God is on the move, hallelujah. God is on the move today. I see a generation standing on the truth in each and every nation. God is on the move.
You might be wondering, what in the world am I doing with a hat with Velcro and a pillow attached with Velcro? Oh, not much. Just sharing some of the most helpful travel hacks of all time. Everyone likes to go on trips with friends, right? Well, I guess unless you like to go on trips alone, then this might not be too helpful for you. But say you do like to go on trip with friends, and when you go on said trip, you want to help your friends out. Be a helpful travel partner. Well, here are some helpful travel hacks that'll make you a helpful travel buddy for you and your friends. Our first helpful travel hack to make you a helpful travel buddy is the pillow hack. What's worse than sitting next to a buddy on a long drive or an airplane and they have a whole, like for a bed sized pillow with them? So here's the hack. Velcro on the hat, Velcro on a small pillow. Bam! A hat that is also a pillow, so you won't get in your buddy's way. You're welcome. Our second travel hack is how to make regular travel snacks into deluxe travel snacks. You know how on airplanes they're just giving you a bag of peanuts and or pretzels? Well, bring a bag of candy with you. Take it out your pocket. When the regular snacks are being passed, sprinkle some candy in them. Bam! You just made yourself a deluxe bag of travel snacks that will be great for you and will keep your travel buddy happy. You're welcome again. Our third and final helpful travel hack that will make you a helpful travel buddy is, drumroll please, silent chewing gum. What's worse than traveling with a buddy who's chomping loud enough to wake everybody in the plane or car? With silent chewing gum, the problem is solved. You're welcome.
For what?
Silent chewing gum. It's a travel hack to help people become helpful travel buddies.
I think you're just chewing with your mouth closed.
See? I'm a genius.
There might be simpler ways to help out a friend, whether you're traveling or not.
Yeah? Like what?
Well, actually, kind of brings to mind a Bible story. It's a story from the book of Job, chapter 2 and chapter 16. A man named Job lost everything he had: his sheep, donkeys, and even his children. Now he had painful sores from his head to his toes. Even though Job was very sad, Job trusted that God was with him.
Oh, I remember that story. That's a bit worse than listening to someone chomp chewing gum. Sounds like a guy who could use some helpful friends.
Yes, Job's friends, Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar, heard all the terrible things that happened to Job. They decided to visit Job and comfort him. When they saw him, they couldn't even tell that it was him because of the awful sores changed how he looked. They cried out loudly and tore their clothes as a way to show how sad they were to see their friend going through really tough times.
Wow, they were really good friends.
For the next 7 days, the friends didn't talk. They didn't have to. They showed their love for Job by doing something simple, just sitting with him, and that comforted him.
Nice.
Yes, but listen to the next part. After 7 days, Job and his friends started to talk, but they ended up blaming Job for everything going wrong in his life. In Job 16:2, Job says, "I've heard many things like these. You are miserable comforters, all of you."
Whoa, what did they say?
Job's friends were not helpful or loving towards him or God. They said things like, "Maybe you did something really bad, Job. That's why God allowed these things to happen to you." Awful, right? They had been better friends when they were just simply sitting by his side, crying with him. What we can learn from this story is sometimes it's the small things, like just sitting together with someone, like giving them some water.
Or a snack.
Or a snack.
Or a stick of silent chewing gum.
I guess. These are little things that show the most love. We can show God's love in small ways. Actually, can I have a piece of that silent chewing gum?
Yeah. Sure. There you go.
Happy hacking, buddy.
You know, friends, I thought of another helpful hack that could make you a helpful travel buddy. Just be there and be willing to listen. The friends in the Bible story were doing a great job of showing God's love when they were silent and they were just sitting with Job in the midst of what he was going through. Sometimes we can think that showing God's love and being helpful to others has to be complicated, like a Velcro pillow hat, deluxe snacks, or silent chewing gum. Patent pending. But the best way to show God's love sometimes is just to sit there with someone and not say a word. When was the last time you practiced that with someone who was traveling through something difficult? Try it. I think it will prove a bigger hack than any of these things could ever be. It's been fun travel hacking with you and learning some Bible stuff with you. It's always good to learn and grow together. See you guys next time. Bye.